guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a review on the new Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation plus Conceal. I have the number or the color 03 Light Beige. It is pretty new in the drugstore and I tried it out over the weekend and I have a couple thoughts for you guys. So yeah, let's just get right into the review. Okay, so again, this is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation. Pretty new to the drugstore. Just want to talk to you guys a little bit about it today, obviously. I am going to do a little demo for you guys as well, but first let's just go over a couple of the claims. I'm going to read right off the Milani website, which says here, combats under eye circles, redness, and other skin imperfections with this full coverage water resistant foundation plus concealer in one. A no miss, no drip pump dispenses just the right amount of fluid needed to achieve a flawless look and works around the clock to keep skin looking naturally perfect. So just the first claim that they said right there, or one of the things that they just said, is that it has a pump, which hallelujah Milani, good job there. Every foundation should have a pump. I'm not into little drippy serum things. I'm not into pouring it out and making a mess everywhere. Pumps, yes. Also in the back of the bottle it says medium to full coverage, lightweight oil-free formula, long wearing, water resistant, and sweat proof. So I can't really test the claims of waterproof or anything like that because I didn't go submerge myself in water while I had this on, but I did wear it all day and I felt like it was pretty sweat resistant, so that's good. Did keep me pretty matte the whole day except in my oily T-zone. Also, just so you guys know, there are 14 colors in this foundation, which blew my mind because I've heard multiple people say that there's just not a lot of foundation colors to choose from and it oxidizes, so they don't know what color to get. So online, if you do want to purchase online, if you for some reason cannot find your shade in store, they do have 14 colors on the Milani website. Color again that I got was 03 Light Beige, and on me it really did not oxidize. I was looking out for it specifically just because everybody's like, oh my god, it oxidizes like crazy. But 03 fit me perfectly. This is Light Beige, which would probably be a little bit lighter than I would usually go in a foundation. As far as like the numbers, I would more so be like a 4, maybe a 5. No, maybe probably around a 4. And just for reference, I am a 3W1 Tawny in Estee Lauder Double Wear and an NC30 in Matte. So now I'm going to go on to just demoing the foundation and we will talk a little bit more about the claims of what I thought after I just demo it for you guys right now. Okay, so I do have just my regular moisturizer on my face and I'm just going to be putting on some of this primer here. This is the Smashbox Pore Filling Primer. I'm just going to fill in the pores around my nose, and this is exactly what I did the day that I tried it on my face for the whole day. I'm not using any mattifying primers or anything like that. I'm just going to take 2 pumps on the back of my hand. 1 pump is a good amount, and as you guys can see here, just so you guys can see the texture of the foundation, it is not runny at all. It's very thick, and that scared me the first time I put it on. But it looks good on the skin and you guys will see in a minute, but I am putting another pump just because I know that's what worked for me. And on one side of the face I will do the beauty blender and the other side of the face I will go in with a foundation brush. So what I'm going to start doing is just dabbing this all over my face. I'm going to start with one side and then do the other side because I don't want it to dry up too fast or anything like that, since it is a long wearing foundation that can happen. So that was obviously one side with my Sigma Flat Top Kabuki F80 brush, throwing it back old school. I'm also going to use this as concealer because on the claims or the actual foundation itself, it's saying that it's a 2-in-1 plus concealer. So I am going to use this underneath my eyes. As you guys can see, I have darkness right here. I would usually use a little bit of a corrector or full coverage concealer for this, so we'll see how much this actually covers up underneath my eyes. Now, just for the sake of the under eye, I have to blend it out with my beauty blender. I cannot blend out under eye concealer with that big brush, so I'm just going to use the beauty blender and just blend it all out. So I did put a reasonable amount and I can still see a little bit of darkness, so I'm going to go in one more time with just a little bit more right in that area. And there we go. Now I'm going to go on to the other side. Obviously, I zoomed in for you guys also. I hope you guys noticed that, but I wanted to zoom in a little bit. You guys can see on this side, I have all this redness going on because I was just playing with my dogs. And I also just tweezed my eyebrows, so I'm just looking a whole bunch of red, but and a little bit of a hive going on, but it'll go away just from playing with my dogs, like I said, or my dog. But over here, it is looking a lot more neutralized and a lot better. So again, we're going to go on this side, and I'm going to be using the Beauty Blender. I love the Beauty Blender. That's what works better for me. I just always prefer the Beauty Blender. That's what I did on the day that I used this foundation for the full day. But of course, for this review, I did want to just throw in the brush just to show you guys a different option and see how it looks with the brush as well, and show you guys how I like, or which one I like better. Again, right underneath my eyes with this, I'm just going to pretend that it's concealer. So this is how the foundation looks, blended all in, one side with the brush, one side with the Beauty Blender, and I also put the concealer or foundation concealer underneath my eyes as a concealer because, again, that's what it claims. So far I think it looks really good. When I tried it on that day, I thought it looked great as well. And as far as the concealer, I'm not that big of a fan of using it as a concealer. It wasn't horrible, but I know my full coverage concealers just do so much of a better job, I think. I don't know. I just feel like they're way more full coverage than this, and if I was in a crunch, like if I had no choice, I would use this as a concealer, but I just still prefer using concealer as concealer. But it didn't crease or get any cakiness or anything crazy like that underneath my eyes when I did use it as concealer that day. Okay, so this is how the foundation looks when it's not set, but now I'm just going to set it lightly with some of my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just going to be placing this, obviously, underneath my eyes and in my T-zone, as I would usually do. I just lightly dusted that powder underneath my eyes and on my T-zone. The actual foundation feels nice. It doesn't feel like too tacky or anything like that. I feel like it sets pretty quickly into the skin. It needs to set and I need to feel like it's not moving. So that's exactly what I like about this foundation. I feel like it lasted a long time, and it did a great job at giving me a nice full coverage look, but it also doesn't look super cakey. At least I don't think so. Again, I'm not into, or if you guys haven't noticed, I'm not really into that huge like cakey, like full coverage matte, like looking like you have nothing going on your face kind of look. I like to kind of still look skin-like, unless, I don't know, it's very rare. Like, I like to still kind of look like I have some kind of skin peeking through. That is one of the reasons I did not think I was going to like this foundation. As soon as I went like this and was like, whoa, that is thick, like it's a moussey thick consistency, I was like, I'm not gonna like this. It's not gonna set nice on my face. It's going to look really cakey, and honestly, I'm super pleased with the fact that it doesn't look cakey and super surprised. So all in all, I do really like this foundation. I do give it a thumbs up. The concealer part, it's okay, but I do think that it gives you enough coverage on your face if you were trying to conceal certain things, where you wouldn't need to go in with tons of concealer after the fact, because it's so high coverage or so full coverage. But again, it's giving you that full coverage look without looking super cakey. So I'm just going to spritz some Fix Plus here, just because I like to finish all my foundations off with Fix Plus. And I also put that powder on, so I don't want to look powdery. And then you guys can see close up how this foundation looks. I guess that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick review on this foundation. If you did, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It means the world to me. It is down below. It says subscribe. Just click that button. And comment down below if you have any questions. Anything I didn't hit, I will be sure to comment back and answer. And that's about it. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!